Hey guys, and welcome to the end of 2019 and the start of 2020. It's been a journey this last decade, and I am wearing, for me, this is my iconic dress. This, for me, is the dress I wore the first time my mum called me her daughter. It's the dress I wore when I first went on holiday with my parents after I got out of a really crappy situation with sort of ex-partner. It's the dress I wore the first day I went to JenderConnect. I wanted to have a look back at my journey transitioning. It's really weird for me to watch these videos because I've not really watched them for such a long time, and they're very cringy to me now because they're just so not me. If I remember to, or actually really, you'll see, because the video is going to be there anyway, you'll see really how different I look compared to when I first went, and even how different I sound. That's going to be the difficult part for me too. Transitioning has made me so much happier. I can't explain to you how unhappy I was prior to medically transitioning. Socially transitioning is one thing, but medical transitioning is another. I think when I first did this wasn't even real. I didn't really have anything. Nowadays, I don't need anything because I have boobs. So I guess it's time to just have a look at these videos. I'm gonna forewarn you, there is, of course, for anyone who's watched these before, there is some quite dark content in here. The journey was not an easy journey, but we're here in the end. To clarify, I've not watched really any of these back since I sort of filmed them, so this is going to be really weird for me and probably quite emotional, so I might cry. I sort of hope not, because I have stuff to do after I've done this video, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you again for all the support over the last couple of years when I've been doing this vlog. I can't really believe we've got to where we are. I mean, I've done 34 of these videos now, and there are some of you who still message me either commenting on the video or message me off, like, on other platforms, and it's insane. Like, yeah, I can't believe I am where I am today. Anyway, let's watch this train wreck.
Hey, so I've been debating for quite a while whether or not I should upload these videos about transitioning, and I've kind of decided I'm going to. So,
It doesn't even look
putting
like
into
me.
perspective, I originally thought that once I got to the gender clinic it was going to be a long time until I actually had any sort of treatment before anything was
It
really
was a
going to
long
happen.
time before you got treatment.
And I really want to just share my experience of what happens when I go to gender clinic. This has been filmed a few days, well, a week after I went to the gender clinic.
Let's just point out as well, that was filmed in a Sainsbury's car park on my crappy old iPhone that broke, like, not that long afterwards, so, yeah, but, holy crap, it doesn't even look like me. Jesus.
All the videos you'll see after this were filmed on the day I actually went to gender clinic.
No, they were not, because you forgot to film a lot of this, because you were lazy and very, very unorganised, which is something that sort of carries through today, but never mind.
And hopefully I'll film one and put one up after my second appointment next week. So,
You did do that.
yeah, this is my first day going to gender clinic. Hey, so today I've come to Nottingham. It's my first appointment at the gender clinic today.
So if you can see me, if you can see me looking that way, it's because my second monitor is there, and basically I can see, sorry, like the difference here, like, I tried to like look as similar as possible. I didn't really wear any like eyeshadow that day. I wore my standard red lipstick. I wear a different standard red now. That was like, oh, what did I wear back then? Was it NYX? I thought I still might have them floating around somewhere, but I don't. But it was like NYX Liquid Suede in red. I didn't wear NYX's liquid lipstick at all anymore for the price. I find Jeffree Star lasts longer, don't have to reapply it when you eat, which is a bonus for someone who eats as much as me. So yeah, I don't wear that anymore, but I've tried to recreate the same sort of look. I do have that necklace, which, you know, maybe I'll just wear for the remainder of like this first episode, but God, like, it doesn't even look like me. I'm shook. Like, I feel like crying and smiling because I'm just so happy with how I look now compared to then. It's just insane.
It's been quite a long time coming. I'm really actually quite nervous. I don't really know what to expect too much. See you soon. Wish me luck. Hey, so
oh no,
I just got out
I remember what happens here.
I'm actually just sat in a car park. I keep crying.
God, my eye makeup is terrible.
It wasn't me that
looks so
it
different.
takes months for anything to happen. That
which is true. It is definitely true.
Happen. The person I saw basically said that they want to fast track me because I'm very clearly a woman, and there's no reason to not believe that. It's been nearly 3 years. Well, 2.5 to 3 years, depending on which point we decide I told them.
3 fucking years. So, it's a long ass time. I want to stop this there just to say one thing. It's now 3 years. So I've said it's 2 years for you to get support. It now takes 3 years for someone to get support on the NHS because there's that higher volume of people going in and so little in the way of professionals and funding that it just takes too long now. And that would be fine in a sense if you had support, but you don't. I didn't know what to do with mine. I got no help from local mental health team. I didn't get pushed anywhere. You know, I got nothing. I'm sure it's probably still the same for some people. So I really hope that does change. But yeah, I get why I was so upset when I got this news because it really changed my life.
Yeah, it's taken 3 years because the funding isn't as great and it is a specialist thing, but I'm so lucky to live in a country where I can get this done. I don't have to be scared. So they also have a voice therapist there, so I don't know when I'm going to...
Can't believe I'm crying at myself.
Or something, I don't know, but trans voice training.
If you go there, she is amazing, by the way.
Yeah, that's been my experience at Gender Clinic. I'm just so happy.
Hold on. Let me interrupt again. I was dating... Not even dating. So basically I was seeing this guy who really liked me. He said he's totally fine with the whole trans thing. It started off as basically like a one-off and then turned into a regular thing and then turned into more. And this guy was absolutely shit to me. And I put up with it for like 7 months because I'm an idiot. Not because I'm an idiot, because I was really quite vulnerable. But this is going to irritate the shit out of me.
Hey, so I've just got back from my friends.
A friend.
For pizza and watched
Pathetic.
Royal Rumble, including the first women's Royal Rumble, which is...
This is the same day as well, just to point out.
Today has literally been the best day of my life, and it's only going to get better in 8 to 10 weeks when I have my second appointment and we start hormones. And
I mean, it was the best day of your life, but then you went to go see, let's call him Richard Face, because I can't say what I want to call him. But until you went to go see Richard Face, yes, it was the best day of your life, and then you sort of tarnished it with that. So I'm just going to skip over to the next one. Oh my god, can we just respect for a minute how bad my thumbnails are, like back then? And also how patchy is that lipstick? I still have that lipstick and it's still bad. Jesus. Right, let's go.
4 hours work today.
I remember that dress.
I'm off to the Gender Clinic for my second appointment.
That dress basically showed off my abs.
Today. Apparently.
I was not wearing anything here either. That's why I look so flat.
I was blue and purple. Kind of like the trans parody colours.
Kind of like overkill.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god.
So I'm just sat and I'm just grabbing some food.
I look terrible.
Nottingham now.
That foundation does not match my skin. I'm not saying anything important, by the way, but that foundation does not match my skin. The eyes look okay, except the eyeliner. The lipstick looks horrific, and my hair looks horrific. It's so dead. Oh my god, this bit's so bad. Okay, so I've sort of skipped to number 3 purely because number 2 didn't really say anything. It does explain my transitioning journey, and at the time it felt really appropriate, but yeah, it was more sort of just explaining what happened in the appointment, that I'm starting vocal therapy and all that stuff. So let's go on to number 3. Another terrible thumbnail. Actually, no, it's better than the last. I didn't look as bad either. So I forgot to do this morning. Me looking around to see if any of my colleagues were wondering why I was speaking into a camera.
Work's looking quite good for me right now.
Until, you know, about 3 months later when you quit your job. But never mind. I was so much skinny about that.
Okay, so
Oh my gosh.
done.
I really do like my eye makeup. It actually looks semi-okay. It could have done with a cleaner line, but it doesn't look bad. But overall, I just look like a hot mess. Why is my voice as well?
That washing machine is so inconvenient. And I thought, I'll add some colour in today. I'm quite happy with how it came out.
Shame about the rest of my face.
So my weekend was
Still got that dress.
tough. And that's all I've got to say about it. Not for me, it wasn't tough for me. Oh, it kind of was, but nothing directly for me. So, all good. But that's all I want to say about my weekend.
Why did I even mention my weekend if I wasn't going to say what it was? Like, I think this is when I was dating that Richard face that I was on about earlier, and I'm pretty sure this was when, and I don't think I've ever said this on this before, but he basically rang me, told me he'd taken something. I still to this day do not know what he took. But basically I got there, rang an ambulance because I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't do this. Got there, was like in a really weird state. He tried to punch me, then he tried to punch the ambulance driver, and then they just left him and I was just there with it. So I managed to get him into bed and I just like, I don't know what to do, so I just left. I'm pretty sure that's what this was, and I should not have dealt with that. I should have just left that Richard face back then, and I didn't. Apparently I can't be as fat as I used to be because I fit in a size 16 at H&M, whereas before I did not. So that was nice to know. Anyway, there I was getting changed. Got into it and I was just kind of... Two things. I still have that hoodie dress. It's still insanely comfy and I love wearing it. Secondly, I am like a 14 to 16 now and I can't fit into the clothes I used to wear like this. So... God knows what's happened. I do know what's happened, like the fat's redistributed around my body, which they said would happen as on the hormones, but Jesus Christ, like, honey, calm down. You were still not in great shape back then. Oh, and my cat is just coming to visit. Okay, on to episode 4.
I've not had the facts from the gender clinic.
It's a look. It's a look. I know I'm talking about something very emotional right now, but where are my eyebrows? Like, I keep looking and they're just gone. They're just gone. Nope.
So it's like,
there's my eyebrows.
I've had all this good news, but my head can't take all of it at once.
That's a very good point, and that is something that I still have happen to this day. You tell yourself that you're in a much better position because you've got proof of surgery or you've got this, like, your hormones up to a certain level, but you still feel like breaking down and you don't understand why, because you feel like you should be happy and everyone tells you that you should be happy. That is not how it works. You do not have to feel okay because other people think that you should be okay. You only need to feel okay when it is okay, and I wish I could have told myself that because I kept trying to live up to other people's expectations of how I should feel for any stage of my transitioning rather than just accepting that sometimes it's going to feel like shit.
You know, I'll be 29 by the time I can actually go get surgery.
If only I'd known then that that's still going to be the case and I could be later than that now. But never mind.
I went to my friend's last night. Ended up staying there until this morning.
Again, that friend that I have is definitely not
just
Richard face.
cried about yesterday.
Although I do look...
I still feel a bit bad today, but
I think my makeup looks a bit better in this one.
Good. The first time I went, I was like, yeah, you know what? It's going to happen. It's going to be 12 months. I'll work on myself for the next 12 months and it's going to be fantastic. And then it was, yeah, it's going to be 18 months. And then progressively it got longer and longer and my mental health got worse and now it's like...
As I said earlier, now it's 3 years, so...
I guess in my head a little bit until something actually happens. Went to a friend's house last night and I had one with them. And
friend again?
So work today was better than it has been for the last 2 days. Been feeling a lot more optimistic.
I like how there's just like a ketchup bottle here. Just because I was too lazy to tidy it up.
Had my last cigarette today as well. Went to a friend's house last night and I had one with them.
Elastic wrap.
Today was like, I just want to have one. It's my last ever one.
Hands up, I'm not meant to be smoking. No one who transitions is meant to smoke. We all do still. Transitioning is fucking hard. It's hard enough to like just transition, let alone not smoke. And that definitely was not my last cigarette. I mean, that was the 1st of March 2018, and it's now the end of 2019, start of 2020, and I still occasionally smoke. I mean, I mainly vape. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty much only use this now, but if I go for a night out, I still smoke. So you're full of shit, old me. Old me, you are full of shit.
Can't smoke at all now, which is fine.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna start eating healthier, which I've already kind of started doing.
That didn't happen either.
Just getting food before I go get my hair done.
Oh my god, I remember
As
this.
you can tell, it is snowing quite heavily.
I remember this
Luckily,
so well.
the motorways and dual carriageways are all fine. At least it's really pretty.
Look how green my hair is. That's one of my best friends, Charlie, who graciously agreed to
So
help fix
clearly
my hair.
I've got my hair done. I'm so happy, and thank you, Charlie, for doing my hair. Going to a hairdresser, salon, whatever, it was one of the last kind of areas of womanhood that I hadn't quite conquered. It's such an ultra feminine thing that I just was kind of scared that I wouldn't fit in, and thank you for making it something
I still
that
feel
was
like
very
that.
easy. My hair was ruined, and
It
now
definitely was, and
actually
still
looks
slightly is.
nice.
So we're going to pick up the pace a little bit now and look at episode 6.
So it's been a while since I've
Trigger warning in
done one of
advance on
these
this one.
videos. And I'll get into the reasons why. Potential trigger warning on this video though. I'll probably be
Told you.
talking, came over, went out, and the guy I'd been seeing who I was madly in love with,
Also
had,
known as Richard Face.
had kind of like broken up with me. So I went back to someone's thinking, this is the way you get over people. And then I said no, because I realised I didn't want to go through with, you know, the way over someone is to get under someone, and I just didn't want to do it. And that person took my no and said it wasn't good enough.
So that vlog was on the 24th of May 2018, and holy shit, like I'm nearly crying watching it now, partly because I can think about all the emotions I went through, all the hardship I went through, the friends I gained, the friends I lost, the loves I gained, the loves I lost, and how much all that was affected by what happened on that one night when someone decided that me saying no wasn't enough. It's mental. Like, it's actually mental to think about it now. And I'm very open about it now. I am open about it at work. I'm open about it with my friends. I am not ashamed of the fact that I was raped, like, at all. Like, I talk about it as if it's normal because I don't want anyone to ever feel like they can't talk about it if they want to. But what happened later on because of that, like, it's insane. I've also just noticed there's a can of beer here that the guy I'm seeing's left. Yeah. We're now skipping to number 23, which is the first video I did in 2019, which was actually posted on January the 1st, 2019. Happy New Year! It's 2019, so happy. Like, 2018 can go and... So first of all, let's not coming on my hair. I'm basically trying to save money, so... I sound so much better here.
Here
myself.
It does not look great. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry, Charlie, because I ruined the hair you gave me. So in terms of how I want to go through this, I'm going to go through this in a few different sections. The first one will be me talking about the worst thing that happened to me in 2018. Kind of the 3 worst things that happened to me in 2018.
So I can say this straight away. It's relationship ending, being raped, and losing my job, or quitting my job more accurately. So they're the 3 things. We're not going to watch this whole thing. We know how this goes. What I'm so curious though is what I made as the promises at the end of the video, because see if I've actually lived up to them.
Out of the way.
and I'm just like dragging myself towards the new year.
What is this
I'm
editing?
feeling really positive. I've got my surgical reviews next month. First one next month, one after that as well. For the first one, my friend is coming with me. Hopefully they'll stay with me sort of a bit afterwards as well, because I'm not going to be in a position where I feel okay afterwards, I guess.
Yeah. I can't say any more than that, but yeah.
I think I need to do that for my surgical review. The way I'm going to do this is hopefully just by eating a lot better and going to the gym more. So I've been going to the gym. Not very often.
You never did that in the end.
I will be not buying crap when I'm at work.
Yeah,
So
that also
easy
still
to
hasn't
feel
happened,
like
honey. You still buy
something didn't go
Domino's.
particularly well, and I'd go buy a chocolate bar, or I get like
Yeah, I had
like
3
11 o'clock the
on
night
Friday.
before my other job, so then I would just go
Yeah.
out on my lunch break.
Well, let's just break that down for a minute. I said I wasn't going to be defined by other people. I was going to be healthier. I was going to be more confident. I was going to be more me. Let's look at those points. So healthier, we know, hasn't really happened. I mean, it sort of has, but it hasn't. Not being defined by other people is an interesting one, because at the end of this year, I do feel like that. I do feel like I'm not letting myself be defined by other people, but I dated 2 guys who massively had influences on my life, and sort of when I filmed this video, I was dating one of those guys, and that had an impact on me still for very, very long time. And the other one was the first guy who, I guess, I was like in a proper relationship, like I half lived with them, and I never actually vlogged about it because lots of reasons, and that ended quite violently. Literally. So yeah, I kept trying to get in relationships from about May till September. I was trying to get in relationships, and then I didn't sort of realise I loved myself, and now I'm sort of dating someone again, but I don't feel like I need that person now. Like, I'm dating them because I want to, not because I need them. Being more me, I think I definitely am more me now. My channel is more me, my life is more me, I care more about me than I ever did before, so I think that's true too. Okay, so we are skipping ahead a little bit now to the 4th of February. My vlogs were way, way, way more inconsistent in 2019 compared to 2018, but I just remembered what the start of this one is.
Holy! I have just finished a 2.5-hour video, and oh my gosh, I'm so glad it's done, because
No one watched that
I've
video.
been trying to finish. So that's why the guy I've been seeing for a month decided to end things with me as well. I'm laughing because I'm not actually in a bad mood.
Here's the thing. Don't be mad, guys. It may be the same person that I'm seeing now. So literally the person I've just said ended it with me. So I was dating them from pretty much the start of January till would have been the 3rd of February, I guess, or whatever. Yeah, that may be who I'm seeing now. Still listen to that song all the time.
I was seeing a guy for about a month. He knew I was trans, it was all fine, and it was really nice. We initially went out for
This
a
will be
drink,
awkward.
and he'd come over a couple of times, and we'd like sat watching Grand Tour or something. And unfortunately for me, but fortunately for him, someone who he had felt attracted to for a very long time, but was in a relationship, had basically reached. I don't think I'm really that upset by it, because I know I'm not in a position really to offer anything myself anyway.
I mean, clearly you
It's
just
a
got back
casual
with him,
thing.
so...
So it's kind of like...
Also, this is the first time I've used the Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 soundtrack in my vlogs, and this has now become my music.
I've got an exercise bike. It's Wednesday.
This is
Okay,
now
I'm
the
lying,
10th of
it's
February.
Thursday. I should have filmed stuff on Wednesday when I was going to gender clinic, and I didn't. I went with my best friend, and they drove me there and drove me back, and it
He
was
did.
about really weird and awkward. Me going,
He was so good to me.
babe, because I wanted to spend a day with them. To me, because it was such an important day, to me, I wanted it to be like a perfect day. It's to me it was kind of like an important life event. So I wanted to be able to look back on this day.
Keep telling yourself
Yes,
that.
was an amazing day. I didn't want it to be. So instead, what I
I
did
like my hair in
is
this
I
thing.
went with my best friend. So we went to some meze place, so a Greek restaurant, and it was absolutely amazing food. It was really, really delicious, and like I wanted to do that as like a thank you to him. And also,
I low-key want to cry right now, and I'm not going into why, but yeah, that person is an amazing friend, and I'm so lucky they exist. I was a really shit friend to them. I really, really was. I hope they know now that I honestly would do anything for them. But yeah, I was a really shitty friend to them. I'm sorry. I really, really am.
and he was actually the person who did my second opinion. So he already kind of knew who I was, and he basically said, just tell me all the differences between when we saw last year and today. He was like, well, how did you cope with that? How's your support network? And I was like, the person who's literally come with me today is the reason like I got through all of this. They have somehow managed to deal with my crazy.
I'm hoping this person will see this, and I will be sending it to them. So hi, if you're watching this. And yeah, you did manage to deal with my crazy, and I don't know how the hell you dealt with it. And you still listen to me, even though, again, to clarify, I know I've been a really crappy friend because of... Yeah, you know why. But just thank you so much. Like, honestly, like, fuck, you did so much for me. I honestly, like, I miss you. You're still one of my best friends. I know we don't really see each other anymore, but do anything for you, man. So, yeah. I'm sorry that was shitty. Start of the show. See, there's certain things I can't say on here, but yeah. Miss you.
Went out for, I would say a couple, but quite a few more drinks and pizza, because I wanted to celebrate, because to me this is a massive deal.
I think it was a massive deal to me then, and it still was, and I'm still so grateful that I had someone who like drove me there, dealt with me all day being shit scared. Like, I was physically shaking with nerves when we were like in the car on the way there, and then just celebrated the night with me. Like, incredible friend. Like, yeah. And again, if you're watching, you're the best. Like, thank you.
You've been past its best.
This is the 4th of
my
March
lipstick
now,
is
by
a
the way.
crap Sus. Although I'm really loving this colour. So
My voice sounds so
my
vague in this.
implant on Friday. It's potentially my next ever one.
Or I'll just say, if you are squeamish, get the next 30 seconds after I finish talking. Also, this is quite depressing to watch, because obviously this did not turn out to be the last implant that I ever had, because I couldn't have surgery this year, so it meant that it dragged on a lot longer. So this is quite depressing, quite frankly. But I mean, at least I filmed it, because it's something that a lot of people are curious about, and I've shown people now.
What? Why did I have that? And
I'm so numb to
I don't
this
know,
by this point. Like, I've
Right,
watched this
like-
so many times. And I do get this done like literally every
3, 5,
3 months now.
3 of
Like,
them
I'm
a
just
month,
so
one.
used to it.
1, 2.
We're now skipping to the 4th of June. Let's get some context here. I was dating a guy who is another Richard Face, who used me for my video editing skills so I could teach him how to edit. So I taught him on the software I used to use, not the new ones, thank God. And yeah, he turned out to be a massive, let's just say he used me and then left and never spoke to me ever again because, you know, classy guy. But yeah, I was better place, still letting a guy define me because, you know, he wouldn't be a log of mine if I wasn't. And I think I started to look a lot happier in myself as well. I did like this montage. This montage was okay. And my cheap little Nokia phone that I had. And the Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 soundtrack because it's the best. So between that video on June the 4th and this video, which is November the 4th, I uploaded nothing. Sort of explaining the reason for this. I basically dated someone who turned out to be crazy, and I say that in a, like, I know I can be a little bit crazy, but he was like, actually I thought he was going to kill me, and he hurt me, sort of crazy. I fell in love with him, I thought he was brilliant, and then he turned out not to be. And it really fucked me up for a while. I then fell out with another friend. I had pretty much a mental break, I think, because I was sort of challenging who I was a lot to myself, which doesn't really make sense, but it made a lot of changes to me in terms of how I think, how I feel, how I act, how I am, how I depend on people, who I depend on, and that got me to here. I don't think we really need to watch much of this one because obviously it's a fairly recent one, but we will watch a little bit just so we've got sort of the full retrospective.
Guys, it's your girl Lexi, and I'm back with
Alex, so much prettier.
vlog. I have neglected this for a fairly long time, and
Yep.
I guess
This
the thing I
bit
want to
still
start this
applies.
vlog on is actually a thank you, I guess. If you've been specifically sent this video, then this is partly for you. I wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been there for me over the past few months or year or even the last few years. There's some people in particular, again, if I've sent you this, then it's you, who have been there for me no matter what. You guys are at my very heart at every time, and I just want to say thank you. So from me, from the very bottom of my heart, thank you for being there. Thank you for being an incredible friend. Just thank you for absolutely everything. By the way, how nice are my nails?
Let's just compare them with the nails I have now, which I think are probably nicer actually.
I'm still waiting for my letters to start the laser hair removal.
Which I still am.
I actually followed that up with a gender clinic. It's just going to take a bit
And
of
I
time.
followed it up again.
It's just and it's the third time I'm saying it, but once again, thank you so much to all my friends and family who've supported me through that.
Yes,
And
honey.
particularly with my friends, because I've been more honest with them than I have with anyone.
Yeah, I do want to point out that thank you still applies, like, massively. If I probably have sent this to you again, and I still appreciate the thank you so much. Holy shit! That was like my entire Translog collection, like, Jesus. That's insane. Like, looking back at where I was and where I am now, like, dude, it's crazy. I'm not sure how long this video is, but like, it's so weird looking back at who I was and how I am now. I've never really looked at these, and I knew I would at one point, and I'm so happy with how I look now compared to how I used to. I really do love who I am now. I think that shows. I love all the people I have around me now, and I also think that shows. I'm incredibly lucky to have the people in my life that I have, and I wouldn't change it for the world. You guys are my rock. You bring me joy, you bring me happiness, you bring me comfort and love, and at the same time I know I can give that to myself. I know I don't need a guy to make me happy anymore. I know that I said that about 20 million times in my vlogs, but I genuinely actually am at that point now. Goodbye to 2019, goodbye to the entire 2010s, goodbye to being raped, goodbye to being abused, goodbye to the first relationship I had since moving out of my house that turned into a nightmare that never ended. Goodbye to anyone who spoke to me like a piece of crap. I'm not saying goodbye to any of my friends because we're gonna go through the next decade together as well. Yeah, I'm sorry you're gonna have to put up with me for a bit longer because, honey, there is shit we need to do. What do I even say? God, it's the end of another decade. Jesus. I'm getting old now. Jesus, I am getting old. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. It has definitely been a process. It's definitely been very, very difficult, and at times I skipped it out of this retrospective, but obviously at times it was very nearly the end of my life. And let's just see what the next decade brings. And it won't bring any of that, because next decade is going to be so much more positive. So there are always going to be downfalls. Death's a part of life and you can't hide from that. But I'm not going to let other people be those downfalls anymore. I'll always be there for my friends, and I know you'll always be there for me. Bye 2019. Hi 2020. See you later. Yeah, I am still ladylike as fuck.